Hello there. This is the totally on time tutorial. I don't know what you're talking about. Before we start the tutorial, I have a few things I would like to say. The tutorial itself will be split into multiple segments. Each segment will cover a different topic. The video will focus on what to do in the start of the game and how to become an active part of the community. For the attention spam's sake that some of you might have, I will make sure that everything I say will be relevant and to the point.
At the very first instance of the game, found out that you don't know what to do. Don't worry. We don't know what do we do either. We just guess most of the time, and sometimes we see a victory screen. Or a losing one. I mean, not everyone can win at once. When you join the game, join World Conquest as for release 0.13 in order to play. The event servers are only active during tournaments and events such as FCL, and closed for the majority of players anyway, and new players as a rule. No one wants a new player to babysit when they have a 30 versus 30 tank battle. So, as things are right now, World Conquest is the option you have. The first choice that you will probably make that will impact your entire experience and view of the game, and that's the faction that you will choose. However, for the sake of the tutorial, I will just tell you that the main difference is the color and shape of the vehicle, starting locations, and player base. Unless you have friends in one of the faction, just pick it random when in doubt. If I will invest any more on the topic, well, I can make an entire episode just about the lore, and then about the community and its history, to know that you will be faction locked for the war. I mean, until the war ends, the faction you choose. After that, you can switch again, or if you pressed on the wrong symbol when picking a faction, you have 5 minutes, around 5 minutes, it's changing from time to time, to relog and choose the faction that you meant to if you choose incorrectly. So now pick a faction. You will spawn in home region. Home region is the faction headquarters, kind of. You will have a chance to test the game mechanics yourself with guiding text and obstacle course. It is helpful, but it does not provide you with the knowledge of a real war. You should totally do it in order to get familiar with the mechanics. No practice makes it perfect. In order to join the war or skirmish, you will need to go to the war tent and join the map. I suggest you go to skirmish first. It might be a different game mode from World Conquest, but it gives you a better grasp of the gameplay while not affecting a war that takes days in real life to complete. Once you join the game, hopefully skamish, you are tackled by the main overwhelming question. What to do? In order to answer, we need to factor 4 variables. 1. What do you want to do? 2. What does the team need right now? 3. How much time you have? 4. The state of the war. All those together will give you the answer that will probably make everyone happy. Maybe. In order to answer what do you want to do, I will name what can you do. The game mechanics are building, logistics, and fighting. While every single one of those topics can break down into smaller semi-rules and each better defined, the only way for you to know which one you prefer is first-hand experience. While I personally prefer fighting the most, that's where the juice is. There are times I prefer actually the logistics or building. So really it depends on the factors. The second question is, what does the team need? The simple answer, always there is lack of logistics players. The realistic answer, frontline can always use troops. Builders are in constant demand. Logistics is lacking, but most players avoid it. Avoid it, you may ask? Yes. As for 0.13 release, logistics still lacking interesting gameplay for most people. Mainly because it is too repetitive and your accomplishment over time is very, very low. In fact, it used to be higher in the past, and it still lacked players even back then. Still, this also brings me to the third factor. You won't always have time to play. The war waits to no one. The war will be active when you sleep, when you work, or whether you play it or not. This is a bit tiring and frustrating, especially for the losing side, but it is also reassuring at the same level. Burning yourself up is not suggested. Try to frame a game session. Too short, and there is a chance that you will wait for an operation that you won't even have time to come see through. Also, you will miss a lot of fun adventures within the game. I find at least 2-3 hours session of just playing. It will be more than plenty most of the time. This is my suggestion. You find your own time frame. The war is in constant change. From tech level of just rifles and foxholes to massive tank assaults followed by artillery and infantry on fortified cities. Different parts of the game require a different number of players in each area, different game styles, and different approaches to what should be prioritized. At the start of the game, taking a lot of towns is very important, but overextending and you will lose everything in 2 hours. So when you're fighting, you should also consider the state of the war. So what to do? Well, it is really up to you and what your team is doing. Don't forget, the enemy also has his own team manpower situation, his own goals, and he also wants to win. Most of the community is using Discord to communicate, while you can use in-game mechanics as well. Can't express enough how much communication is important. Actually, I can, because I'll make a segment just dedicated for that, but that's in the future. The next part will be talking on defining the roles in Foxhole. More on that next segment. While I know it was not the most helpful first part you might have wished for, I want to keep each part as short as I can. If you join Foxhole official Discord, links in the description below, you will have a text channel, should have lots of text channels with links to unofficial text guides and tutorials that might be aimed for the specific thing you are looking for. Besides, the game mechanics themselves are relatively easy to learn, and the home region covers that section pretty well. You should really check the Foxhole official Discord, it has a lot of amazing stuff. Still not enough? Well, the Foxhole bootcamp is not active anymore. It might be reactivated in the future, mainly because of lack of time for the teachers, and well, some unpleasant incidents in the past. There are some vets that will gladly help you. And if you want close guidance, just reach me out at Discord. If you can find time to play, you manage to make an appointment, making it official, yeah. Just a video game. Well, I'll be teaching you the basics within 1 hour. That's it for now. Remember, Foxhole is an alpha game and it's still under constant development with developers that almost always give an update very frequently, almost always give an update very fast, while the future of logistics doesn't seem really bright right now. It might change soon, hopefully. This was a teaching talk from Captain Lager Knight from the 10th Commando Combat Engineering, not particularly in this order. Have a great day, and remember that wardens eat babies.